It comes as no surprise each year that farmers get more production from their operations than the year before. However, in this week's Bottom Line, Neil Melancon tells us that the diversity of production on the farm has been in decline.
The Bottom Line is brought to you by the Cotton Board, strengthening the fiber of our industry, and by First South Farm Credit, financing rural America since 1933.
When you get kids to describe a farm, generally what you get is the image of a big red barn surrounded by chickens and cows and pigs, with green fields full of corn and maybe some other kinds of vegetables or fruits. For a large part of our country's history, that was certainly more true than not. Almost every operation had some type of livestock and some type of grain, mostly corn, to feed them. The term for this, by the way, is small-scale diversification. As you can see, that diversification has changed beginning in the mid-20th century, right after about World War II. Farms that had cattle became cattle farms, and in similar fashion, grain farms only grew grain. This is part of a trend into what we've seen where farms have become more specialized even as they've grown larger. In fact, the same study from the USDA shows that the midpoint acreage size has almost doubled from the 1980s to now. What we have today, for the most part, is operations with large-scale diversification, which is where a grain farm may grow different types of grains, such as corn, soybeans, and wheat, in order to manage any potential crop losses. However, this is nowhere near as common to the degree we saw in small-scale farms a century ago. Now, interestingly, we are seeing a return of small farms in greater numbers than ever, many of which do have that old-time diversity we used to see. The bottom line is, both can learn from each other, and there's room for all types of agricultural operations, Mike, which will give us more choices, especially at the grocery store.
And Neil, I am not sure that the Old MacDonald nursery rhyme would have had as much charm. As we said, Old MacDonald had a small-scale diversified grain and livestock operation, but nice report, Neil Melancon. Thanks. And remember, you can listen to any of Neil's daily radio reports on the Louisiana Farm Bureau Agri-News Radio Network. For a list of stations where you can tune in or listen online, click on over to our website, twilatv.org, and click on the LF Barn link. Before we leave you today, we'd like to end the show with a little some fun here. This is Avery Davidson once again this week. It's proof that being friends with our executive producer, Avery Davidson, will get you a favor or two. Do you know who Dash Rip Rock is? For those who remember the Beverly Hillbillies series, Dash Rip Rock was the name of Ellie Mae's boyfriend, played by actor Larry Pennell. But Dash Rip Rock is also the name of a band. New Orleans native Bill Davis formed the band in 1984, and they've just released their 10th studio album, Black Liquor, recorded in Bogalusa. We figure farmers and ranchers like to go out to the river and have a good time, so we'll leave you today with Dash Rip Rock's latest video from the song Meet Me at the River. We better get a free CD out of this, Avery. Enjoy, everybody. We'll see you again right here next week.
Meet me on the river. Leave your worries all behind. Everyone's invited. Gonna pass a good time.